Hello, everybody. I'm not really on the beach, although I do have a virtual palm tree as we move into the virtual world. And it's nice to be here with everyone. So, Rajiv, whenever you're ready, we'll move right along.
Okay. So, good afternoon, friends. It's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Martin Rapaport. Uh, as you know, I think everybody has heard about Martin, so he doesn't need any introduction. I and Martin have been discussing about promoting SEEPZ jewelry for quite some time. And in the present times, when we can't reach out physically to our existing and prospective customers, he has come up with a great proposal for us. So we will have Martin explain his proposal first, and there'll be a question and answer session. Uh, Anybody who has any questions, he can ask on this. Thank you. Over to Martin.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rajiv. And I really appreciate the relationship with the SEEP zones that we're developing with the SEEPs community and the people. And I want to thank you for making the effort with us to help develop this project, which we hope will result in increased exports of jewelry from India to the United States, but actually worldwide. Now, how does this work? What's really going on? COVID is actually changing the whole world. And what we are dealing with over here is a new world of opportunity. We know that there's problems. We know that, well, the negatives, but let's think about the positives. First of all, we're in a new world of B2B to C, which means that in many instances, we're actually reaching out to consumers and sending them back to retailers to buy product. In other words, the consumer is now directly interacting digitally with products, not just information about who sells what. The consumer is sitting there at 3 o'clock in the morning looking at actual pieces of jewelry. And then they're thinking about where they buy it, whether it's Amazon or whether it's Joe Jeweler or whether it's Signet. So the entire interaction of relationships about jewelry has changed fundamentally now. Before they were playing with it, a little virtual. Now it's mainstream. Now it's true that after people go online, they may want to visit a jewelry store. They may want to try on the jewelry. But if you're not capturing them digitally, you're generally not going to capture them physically. The walk-by market is history. So first of all, we have to understand this power of digitalization and how it's become all-encompassing. It's like everything today in terms of how you can sell your products. Not just information about products, the products themselves. Now, there's a new move to the digital buyer community. Now, it's not just millennials who are a community. It's everybody who is a buyer talking to the other people who are buyers and hanging around in WhatsApp groups or whatever have you, interacting with their friends. It's a community buying decision. So when someone buys something, especially if it's bridal, which is probably 30-40% of the market right now, it's a community decision because the decision is not just made by the individual. So who are you selling? Are you selling the mother-in-law? Are you selling the girlfriend's girlfriend? Are you selling the guy's best friend? How are you selling? Are you selling them using digital marketing? Are you selling them using some combination of placing ads on Facebook with some Instagram? Are you selling jewelers? Are you selling dealers? Are you selling dealers who are selling jewelers who are selling retailers? This whole machinery of how you're using the digital environment to decide how you're selling. And the how has changed. There's no question. And then, of course, the question is, what are you selling? What kind of jewelry? What kind of markets? And the who and the what are very interrelated because if you can, then you'll see in a minute as I explain this. So who and how and what have become very digitalized in terms of our thinking about how we're selling jewelry. And then, of course, there's this whole new move to digital marketing, which is good, but it may be overrated. But what we're dealing now with is an online interactive engagement with the customer. It's not just here's a piece of jewelry, you come, you look, but do you like it? Do you like it more? What else can you see? And this whole relationship building is there, and also this whole idea of alpha beta testing, feedback, decision making. You know, what did the guy click on? What does he say? What does he want? And you'll see I'm going to talk about segmentation and curation, segmentation of different markets, and the curation of products to specifically markets. Because today with computers, we can slice and dice consumers and retailers who sell consumers infinitely. Is this person playing tennis? Do they vacation in Palm Beach? Do they like to ski? What are their ages? What's the wife's birthday? What did he buy the last time? There's an unlimited amount of information. There's too much information. So learning how to understand the market now is much more complicated than it's ever been. And normally you'd say, it's not my business. I'm a manufacturer in India. What do I care? Truthfully, you don't care that much because you need to use retailers, you need to use dealers who can pay you money for your jewelry, but you need to understand the market, what's going on with your customer's customer. Don't get too lost in there, but you sort of need to understand this new digital world and how we can play in it. Okay. Now, I want to talk about target marketing for a little bit. And this is a story actually in the Talmud, the Jewish Talmud. And it talks about King Saul on the road to Jerusalem. And as he's going to Jerusalem in his carriage, he sees a perfect arrow in a target, in a market. Boom, like this on the screen. Perfect target. And he sees another one, and he sees another one, and he sees another one. And he gets to Jerusalem and he says, please bring me this great archer so he can train my soldiers how to shoot good arrows. Makes sense. So they bring him a kid. Some say it was King David. They bring him a kid. Later becomes king. The shepherd. They say, how do you do this? He says, it's very simple. He says, first I shoot the arrow. Then I draw the circles. See that? First you shoot the arrow. Then you draw the circles. So welcome to this concept of target marketing. Who are you selling? Identify them and their desires and their needs and their capabilities and their money. Identify them digitally, and then draw circles around them. Does this person hang out on Instagram? Does this person here? Does this person have $5,000 to spend? Does this person have an income of so-and-so or what and what? So define who you're selling, and then draw the circles around them. So basically what we are talking about here is the concept of segmentation. Who are you selling? Who are your targets? Put that arrow there, and then curation. Those are the circles. Bring the products around the customer. And this is target marketing that Rapaport thinks about. When you sprinkle digital marketing magic dust, so to speak, on top of it, you can get into a better environment. You can get into better sales. And you might think, oh, who needs this? It's crazy. It's too much work. I don't want to bother with this. And truthfully, maybe you shouldn't bother with it because you're done. You're jewelry manufacturer sitting in the SEEPZ in India. What do you have to make yourself too crazy? The problem is, well, let me give you another story. Okay. First of all, I can't feedback with you. I can't even see you. So it's kind of weird, having this Zoom call. But let me tell you another story. Okay. So there's these two guys sitting in Africa and they're just relaxing and it's the dusk. The sun is going down. And then there's this lioness, actually, the women lions chase the food more. And she's on this hill and she sees them and she starts creeping and crawling to them. And one guy, he's putting on his sneakers. And his friend says, why are you putting on your sneakers? He says, you can't outrun the lion. He says, I don't have to outrun the lion. I just have to outrun you. So when we look at this digital world and all the craziness that's coming, it's a competitive aspect that you can't afford to ignore. Now, if you do it, you're going to do well. If you don't, I don't know if you'll do well. It depends on your product and your prices and everything else. But if you move in this digital direction, you have a chance to do extremely well. And if you don't, you have a chance to do extremely poorly as your competitors do. So the question is that we finish this Corona thing. With God's help, we'll finish it soon. And now you got to say, what is my new world like? And what do I have to do to compete? And how do I get my fair market share? Segmentation and curation. This is how Rapaport sees the world. All right. Now, we're looking at Globalization, and by the way, this is coming out years ago. This is not a brand new screen on the Harvard Business. I actually read this Harvard Business, I think, 2 years ago. We don't know what the hell's going on in the world. China is huge market, huge, 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 but it's an uncertain market. And, we're going to think about China, but really, I'm going to tell you something else. Guys, let's do America. Let's take the seat zone, let's seat those manufacturers, and let's hit America hard. Whatever we can sell to China, we'll sell. I'm not saying we shouldn't sell Singapore, we shouldn't sell Russia, but I think that it's important for us to focus on the American opportunity with the digitalization that's in front of us right now. That's where we need to go. And I can talk for an hour about the problems with China and America and China and India and all that. But the solution isn't to talk about what we shouldn't do. The solution is talk about what we should do and what should we do. Sell America, everybody. My friends in the SEEPZ zone, let's sell America. Let's use digital. Let's use Rapaport. Let's use Rapnet. Let's do whatever we can. Let's sell America. And I'll sell other markets. Look, we have thousands of customers using Rapnet around the world as well. About half of our people in America, and half of them are maybe retailers or small retailers. But this is the general focus of what I want to start us out with, of how Rapaport can help you guys sell more jewelry. Why sell America? Endless amounts of money. Look, the $2.8 trillion of money that it's President Trump, now President Biden, has pushed out there. You can't imagine how much money that is. It's just like a staggering amount. And so, it's 208, what's a crore, 60 lakh, whatever, crores. It's a big number. Very big. There's 331 million Americans. You're talking about $8,358 for every American. And a lot of these Americans are poor, or they've never seen so much money. And then they're talking about another 1 to 4 trillion on the way. These are trillions of dollars, not billions. I think 1,000 billion is a trillion. It's just unimaginable amounts of money. So they once asked Willie Horton, who was a bank robber, they said, "Why do you rob banks?" And Willie Horton said, "That's where the money is." So if we want to sell jewelry in this post-corona world and we want to go after it, and there's a lot of money floating around. It's as if they're taking helicopters and throwing out $100 bills, frankly. And as long as the Americans have an election coming up, they're going to keep doing this. There's a talk of another 1 to 4 trillion on the way. I'm pretty sure the $1 trillion infrastructure bill, building bridges and stuff, is going to pass. And then the Democrats are going to try to push more. I don't know if it'll happen, but there's a lot of money coming.
Martin,
So yes.
may I just excuse you? Some of the participants are not able to hear you. If you could increase your mic volume, that would be great. And if the participants could give us a thumbs up saying that they can indeed hear MR, that would be good for us to continue ahead.
I am trying. Let me try to do this. I may jump out here. I may look at this mute button here and see if there's something I can do here.
The participants can raise hand if you all can hear Martin Rapaport very clearly.
I'm on the Jabra. I'm in my best kind of a machine here. I'll try to speak a little louder, but I'm using my best mic.
All right. Thank you. I think a lot of participants have raised hands indicating they can hear you clearly. Thank you very much.
All right.
Please continue.
So if you missed out, let me just say that the point I've been making is chase the money. I'm saying you got to sell America. You got to think about all that money that's in America. And you got to understand that America represents an unusual opportunity now, 2021, maybe 2022, as all this money gets pushed out there. Huge amount of money. Okay. So where's the money going? Now, the rich guys are putting it into stocks. So look at the S&P 500. Huge amounts. Small drop, January, small drop, about 30% drop here. Should have put the numbers in, and boom, boom, little correction. Huge amount of growth. And who's going to buy diamonds? Rich people. And what do rich people do with the money? They put it in the stock market. So you have this wealth effect, which is creating more demand in the United States. But it's not just the rich people, as I pointed out before. Other people are seeing money for the first time. Pawn shops are selling like crazy to poor people. Look at the Signet story. They went from $6 to $60. 6 to 60. Should just bought, and look at that, the worst time, March 20. Why? How did that happen? How did Signet multiply by 10 times their value? I think it's because of the money that is pumping out in the United States. The United States looks like a good market, my friends, okay? Now, Signet did shift quickly into using iPads and digital marketing strategies somewhat, but these share prices don't just represent sales, they represent the outlook for Signet. So people with money are voting that Signet's going to do well because America has got more money. So we should be selling into America, not even a question. Now, this is interesting. Look what happened with US retail jewelry store sales. They were the same, 2019, 2018, everything the same. This is the Christmas season. After the Christmas season, everything falls. And that's just that, here, Christmas season, falls, boom, boom. But look at what happened in 2020 and 21. 2020 is the black line. Okay, boom, coronavirus. But as coronavirus went away, we picked up and we picked up and we picked up and we went beyond 2019 in November, December. And this is the key selling season, by the way. That's why these numbers are so high. Monthly jewelry imports, coming a lot of them from India. And then as we started 2021, we have a new curve. This is up here. This looks very different than the blue line. The other line. I mean, this was just the way it was. New realities, new opportunities, new game in town. But it's coming down to well. There's no tree grows to the heaven, my friends. So America, I'm making you a very strong case for selling America, by the way. Okay, but there's new opportunities here. And if we look at the stock, now you got to be careful, guys. I want to show you disposable income. This is where we're talking about all that extra money the government is throwing out. We were flat like a pancake in 2019 before this whole Corona thing came in. We zoomed up to get more money. More money went down. We're still higher than we were. Then up, down, up again. Woo! Look at that. Amazing. Okay. As all of that U.S. government subsidies money hit. Okay. And wow, that was great. And then boom, it came down. So choppy, my friends. America's good, but America can be very choppy. Now I'm participating. It'll come up again for the next $1 trillion as we do it and stuff, but it's choppy. We look at this growth and we say, great, but there is no guarantee about the future. So I'm not here just to tell you, oh, don't worry, blindly, everything's great. We got to watch out what's going on because this disposable personal income is a key factor in what's happening. All right. Hopefully everybody understands me so far. Everybody can hear me. Great. Now, who is the US market? How many people are there? Who are our customers? Remember the target? I'm shooting an arrow. I want to draw circles around it. How many arrows on there? Where are the arrows? Look, you got 18,000 retailers, 3,476 wholesalers. And don't ignore wholesalers because if you're selling jewelry into the United States, you want someone to pay you for your jewelry. And a lot of the retailers, well, it depends on the price points you're at. They're just going to get goods on memo and they want to buy from wholesalers. And manufacturers are also customers for SEEPZ people too. So like 2%, 1% down, not so bad. I mean, look, America looks like it survived the coronavirus pretty good. I mean, amazingly good. Part of it is because of the stimulus. But these are our customers. Now, I'm here to sell you on the idea of using Rapnet to sell jewelry. That's why I'm doing this call. I mean, it's nice to educate and talk about digitalization in America and all the blah, blah. But my purpose of this call with you guys is to convince you to put jewelry onto Rapnet. It's a no-brainer. Doesn't cost more money if you're a Rapnet member. Rapnet membership for dealers is only $1,100 or something. It's an embarrassment how inexpensive it is. But we reach over 70,000 clients every week with our news briefs and our trade wires and our price list emails, okay? And then we have this magazine. So we are out there. We are touching the world, really, not just America. Thank God we've been very successful in the diamond business. We're listing 1.3 million diamonds every day with the 119,000 searches. I think 7,000 people or at least are every day searching. So we've had a successful link, bump into, relationship with the diamond sector, the jewelry industry. Now, diamond people are different than jewelry people, and some of them are the same, especially as you go down to jewelers or maybe even wholesalers. But now we are going after jewelry, and we're serious about it. We're spending money on it. We're giving you a speech to get you to list your jewelry. The cost of listing jewelry is peanuts. But we're pushing you guys, and we're giving you the assistance of the Rapnet jewelry team in India. We're an Indian company, by the way, not just an American company or a Dubai company or Hong Kong. We're an Indian company with Indian employees, with Indian support. So we're pushing this thing, major marketing in August. We're going to release this animal, this Rapnet, this new Rapnet jewelry by August 1st, maybe a little earlier, but we're going whole hog. We're going after the show. You may not be at the show, but your jewelry should be at the show with Rapnet. And then another thing we're doing is we're going to be dancing with India in September. In September, we are going to tell the world how wonderful India is. We're going to do articles about the families, articles about the factories, articles about why is India cutting 93% of the world's diamonds. And we also want to think about putting something in there about jewelry in India. But the name of the game, though, is to keep a persistent, consistent marketing approach. So why should you list your jewelry on Rapnet? Why am I taking your time today? Obviously, I want you to hit America. I want you to use Rapnet. First of all, you can sell more jewelry if more people see your jewelry. Pretty straightforward. If you take your jewelry and hide it in the safe and no one ever sees it, you know. But if you put it online, you put it online with Rapnet, and so you get more people to see your jewelry. We have thousands and thousands of people on Rapnet buying stuff from all over the world, but also with a lot of America. And now it's not just you put a piece of jewelry, you sold a piece of jewelry. That's minor. I mean, it's good, but it's minor. You get a customer. Once that guy buys one piece of jewelry for you, you have his name, you have his address, you have his email, you give his phone number, your salesman talks to him, you build a relationship. So, you know, essentially Rapnet is a connections machine. It makes connections. Like you turn out gold chain or whatever, that's what you manufacture. We at Rapaport manufacture connections. Because once someone sees your jewelry, they talk to you about their jewelry, they negotiate with you about the jewelry. So no commissions, full transparency. Anybody clicks on your jewelry or wants to buy your jewelry, bada bing, bada bang, you deal with them. And also we're going to be marketing. We're going to be spending money marketing, digital marketing, every kind of marketing to bring those buyers to Rapnet Jewelry to see the jewelry. So we're going to be driving people to your product. And finally, we're going to get our Indian team to work with you, to show you how can you upload the jewelry, to make your life easy, to make it possible. Now, don't expect miracles, okay? What we're doing is we're opening up another channel for you to sell your jewelry, and we're going to focus a lot of our initial marketing in America, but Rapnet is global, okay? And you know, but I'm thinking you guys in the SEEPZ zone, you're manufacturing jewelry for export. It's a no-brainer. You should be using Rapnet to try to sell your jewelry to Americans, and you can sell more connections, take advantage of our marketing that we're promoting it, and then use the team that we're going to give you to make it happen. Now, why am I doing this? Because I want a critical mass of jewelry on Rapnet, because when I launch in August, and we're now in middle of July almost, I want to get lots of jewelry on there. We got 1.3 or whatever million diamonds. I'd like to have 1 million pieces of jewelry on Rapnet once we really get going. Now, normally I'd stop right now and ask for questions, but I only have 2 more slides, a little more to show you, and then I'm out of here. The theme of us at the August jewelry show, by the way, we're still doing advertising for it, at the JCK show, and I'll be going to the JCK, doing a breakfast, talking about social responsibility, etc. The theme is, we help you sell jewelry. In other words, we're helping you sell jewelry, and we're helping retailers sell jewelry. We help you sell jewelry. That's our goal. Now, I like to give you a quick very quick tour, just to give you a taste of what we're going to be launching. We are going to make it possible for people to upload jewelry before the launch. And we're going to send our wonderful team of Sati and Prashant and his team to visit with you guys and to do everything they can to make it easy for you. But here's a quick little taste of what's going on over there. Now, I see there's some QAs, which is nice. Let me see if I can click on whatever I'm clicking on over here so I can go and take you to the Rapnet. Okay, so look. This is what the new, it's not, you can go on now and you can click on Rapnet and see some stuff, but we're looking at the old stuff. This is new. So there's a million things you can do if you're a buyer. I'm showing you how buyers look at this. And you can say, only show me new stuff, not treated, available. There's a million ways that you can search and find things. You can go rings. You can look at categories of kinds of things, engagement, condition. I mean, we're going to make it so that all of you guys can go and check and look at things and see what's going on over there. They can pick price points, metal type, you name it. People can, the gemstone shapes that they want, a million ways to find the jewelry that your heart desires. If you're a jeweler, or even we're working on enabling this for the jeweler to show his customer instant image right now. Let's say you're looking at a piece of jewelry. Okay, so here's an item, $6,350. And I'm showing you something that's nice because you can see there's a title, there's a description, there's a description of the piece tells you, but not too much stuff, okay? You can see the seller here is David Gross, and he's in New York, okay? It's available, no memo, yes memo. You can look at the piece of jewelry with some decent amounts of, let's see, you can really look at the piece of jewelry. So imaging is going to be very important, and I've asked Prashant to work with people in the SEEPZ zone on imaging. And you can see the piece in different ways, you can look at different things. So this is actually what we would call the product page. And we're going to make it it tells you where it's delivery from and stuff like that. And so it's pretty sophisticated and it's really nice. And you can do some great stuff over here. Now, you can also, so this is one thing. So you can go, you can look, and we're going to make it possible for everybody that we know to take a look at the new jewelry site. Don't mess around with the old one. It's going to be gone in another week or so. But we definitely want you to feel the new site, and we want you to be able to load your jewelry into the new site. So one way to put stuff in the new site is to just, you can click on upload jewelry, I guess. And in the upload jewelry section, you can actually put in one item, just drag and drop. And yeah, Sal sent me an Excel, but I'll look at it. And this is how you can actually, the onesies. But I'm talking to the SEEPZ zone. You guys got to have like 5,000, 10,000 SKUs. So this is nice for a guy, a jeweler, or someone wanting to put one or two pieces. But here's the real game for you guys. The real game is going to be you can download an Excel file. You can put all this information in it, and Excel will send me so you can see what it actually looks like. I don't know if I'm going to chase that down right now and show it to you. I can show you one of these things filled in, but the truth is you've got Prashant and Sati and the whole team there to hold your hand and show you how to use this beautifully. And this is basically the kind of jewelry fields you're going to have. We'll give you descriptions. And we will be able to say, okay, give me my stock number, my SKUs, you can define it. We'll assign a lot number to it. You give me a title, a type, and such. So you'll describe it. You'll describe where it's available for sale. You can give it one price if you're going to be selling it in New York, US, another price if you're going to sell it in Hong Kong. It's a very sophisticated package of information that will allow you to really do almost anything you want in terms of defining the piece of jewelry, describing the piece of jewelry, promoting the piece of jewelry in an environment with literally thousands of pieces of jewelry. So, it's going to be pretty cool for you. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. There's a page over here which describes the benefits and you can register. But I'm telling you guys, SEEPZ is a special case for us. We're not going to treat you like everybody else. We're going to give you enough customer service and enough relationship so that you can really understand this. Now, again, don't expect you upload jewelry and in 10 minutes you're selling everything. It doesn't work that way. We have thousands, tens of thousands of customers using Rapnet. so fine, but those are mostly diamond people. So you have to give us some patience for our digital marketing to take place. So lower your expectations a bit here. The marginal cost to the SEEPZ guys to load jewelry is minor, and the benefit will be huge, but it's going to take a little time. So have patience. And then as we enter into this US market and other markets, you're going to get calls. You're going to get people going to say, hey, you know, I'd like to buy something from you. I like this piece. I like that piece. We are going to work with you also to talk about the Rapnet marketing efforts that we're doing that we can help you with. If it's advertising, if it's helping to create landing pages. So when someone says they want to buy a piece of jewelry, in some instances, we will be providing support for digital marketing so you can track your customer spend. It's going to take time. So my plea to you guys is, hey, work with Rapaport. Let's sell some stuff. Let's not spend a crazy amount of money putting our jewelry on Rapnet because it's not going to cost you a lot of money. Let's maybe do some advertising just to get yourself differentiated out there so you drive some people to look at your stuff. And then let's have patience, and then let's be able to sell a lot of jewelry. So I believe very strongly in the ability of, of Rapnet and of SEEPZ. So it's like a win-win, okay? We reach customers, simply put. So you can upload, you can search, we'll make sure that you can see things. And talk to our people, talk to Prashant, talk to Sadi, talk to our other team, talk to the people that we have, because we're an Indian company. We have big power in America, but we're an Indian company. Now, we plan to launch by July 29th, say August 1st. You're invited to list your jewelry before the launch. So when we do all the marketing, come on, everybody to the show, check out Rapnet Jewelry, check it out, check it out, check it out. Your products will be there already. And you can register with us, but we'll even call you and nudge you and bother you to do it. So that was a look at the searches and the listings, okay? Very briefly, the upload service, which we can show you more. And I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to talk to you and to lay this out for you. I particularly want to thank Rajiv. We're 35 minutes into this, not too terrible. And I'm game for any and all questions and anything you want to ask. And I look at this over here. We have 6 questions, okay? What is the back end? Okay, so that's great. And I'm sorry I can't interact with you guys. And maybe, I guess, if the managers of this thing can open up the voices, we can. But let me first of all answer these questions. What is the background stuff to upload? Excel, any CSV program. So anything that you can give us those fields, comma delimited fields, Excel is a perfectly good way to do it. But you can pop the stuff over. Once you are on Rapnet Jewelry, do we get inquiries? You get them individually, although we have a trade center. And the trade center lets people communicate with you and tell you what they want to buy. We want to make sure you're not shipping jewelry to other people. Be careful about using your own emails because they can be hacked, especially Gmails. You have a secure communication environment in Rapnet, but you can talk to anybody any way you want. You deal direct, okay? So you're going to get them individually through Rapnet or individuals. Will our company name? Yes. Well, if you're listing jewelry, like I was showing you before, I mean, as I was showing you a moment ago, when you looked at this guy, when you looked at that piece of jewelry, you saw there was Mr. Gross or somebody. Okay, when you looked at a piece of jewelry, you can actually see the guy's name here. Boom, look at the piece of jewelry. Here he is, David Gross. His location is New York. If you click on show number, you'll actually see his phone number. You can send him an email automatically. Okay. So, there's a lot of stuff there. So yeah, you will be promoting yourself. Matter of fact, some people look at Rapnet and just say it's a marketing expense because I'm going to meet people. So yes, the answer is yes. Yes, the platform is strictly B2B. We do not allow consumers onto Rapnet at all. We check them, and we also do compliance checking. So, we run you against the OFAC database, which is the United States database against money launderers or people that are not allowed to do business. So, and we look for people who are members. I think you also have to be in the jewelry industry for a little while. So, it's controlled. It's very well controlled. once the end consumer buys our jewelry, what is the expected lead time for delivery from India to the US? Now, I don't know about end consumers. First of all, we're B2B, but we have something called instant inventory, which we're working on, which actually will take your jewelry and put it on a retailer's website if you agree. So let's say you've got Joe Jeweler in Atlanta, Georgia, and Joe Jeweler says, hey, I want to put your jewelry up on my Joe Jeweler website. He can do that. And then a consumer may come to him and say, I want to buy that piece of jewelry. And then he comes to you and says, I need it. So how is expected lead time? So, you first of all, you just need to be transparent. You need to tell everybody. And in the Rapnet product page, when you look at an item, it'll say how long it takes for you to deliver to the US. If you're a normal manufacturer, you should be careful, because a lot of retailers that want to buy on memo don't do memo from India. It's ridiculous. Now, I could say we will help you market, and we're also working on a fulfillment service where if you want to send jewelry to the United States, there's taxes involved. We can then send them to customers for you and all that. So we can do things for you, Rapaport, for extra charges. But think about your business. If you have some good wholesalers that buy from you and they sell to retailers, and the retailers have to have credit and memo, that might not be a bad approach for you to take. But you can talk to us, and you can even get to me, and I can help you strategize and say, how should we penetrate the US market? Who should we sell to? I don't know that you want to be selling to consumers anyways. Had jewelry online, or this is we had online jewelry for about a year, maybe a little more, but it wasn't successful because we really didn't do it right way, and it was difficult to use and everything. I've spent the last 4 months working with Savile to make something that I think is going to be great. So it's been there before. It was not moving. It wasn't really great. But this is the first time you're planning to start. Talk to our people. Talk to Prashant. Find out the best way to do it. Prashant will reach out to me, reach out to Savile, reach out to our people in the United States. We run customer service out of Vegas. We got an office in New York. We're here for you. So build your relationship with Rapaport. It will help you build relationship with customers. Okay. So this is the first time that we are planning to start. So yeah, it's great. If you start, it's good. Take it easy. But I would love to see 100,000 pieces of jewelry from the SEEPZ on Rapnet. What about design exclusivity? Well, you should copyright it, but it is a problem. Look, I don't know that people are going to copy you. So you want to be careful to some degree. I can't look, there are tens of thousands of people in Rapnet. So I can't, I say Prashant would like to answer this question live. Go ahead, answer the question live. But there are tens of thousands of people. So, you can't guarantee when you put something out there, someone won't see it and maybe copy it. So maybe you don't want to put all those things in. But one of the things we're working on now is exclusivity of who you show your jewelry to. So for example, in the case of instant inventory, like before, where I was telling you a jeweler can say, put jewelry on my site. You can choose what pieces of jewelry you're going to show to which jeweler. So yeah, so Prashant, go ahead and you want to answer that live?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You can continue, Martin.
Okay. Now, how different is this from Amazon? Very interesting question. Amazon is a huge animal that is extremely, I guess, powerful in delivering jewelry, but Amazon doesn't really take the jewelry in-house. So you'd have to have a delivery location in the United States. Amazon is not so simple to deal with. You really have to get in there. There's a couple of guys doing big business on Amazon. But this is a whole other game. This is a community of people in the jewelry industry. We're not chasing every consumer. I don't know now, maybe 10%, 20% is direct sales to consumers. And very little of that is Amazon. Amazon is selling everything. So I think this is different than Amazon in a number of ways. First of all, it's B2B. Amazon's not B2B. Second of all, you're dealing with trusted people who understand jewelry, who understand the market, who understand customers, who understand how to sell. Just taking jewelry and throwing it online, it's okay. I mean, eBay does it, Amazon does it. It's not the same as being able to understand your jewelry. But anyways, we can work with Amazon, but we have an opportunity to sell with Amazon. I'm not so key on it, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan because I don't see the big movements there. So this is just a platform to sell jewelry. The inventory will be with us. And what is the cost? Yeah, it's a platform. The inventory is with you, unless you want to send it to New York. And so the cost is $1,100 a year. It's like embarrassing. Same price, and you get diamonds too. And all the diamond guys can do jewelry. I hope we'll be increasing the price significantly in 2022, but right now it's peanuts. I mean, it's small. We're not charging a lot. And we're launching it. We're getting the critical mass going. And understand the networking effect. You know, when you put something in Rapnet, thousands of people say, another supplier, I'm so happy. And when a buyer comes on, all the suppliers say, another buyer, I'm so happy. So you're really working in a large scale environment to get people to see your jewelry and do stuff, okay? Are we planning to expand in the B2C segment? Okay. Yeah, in the sense of using instant inventory. See, here's the thing. If you sit there and you start dealing with consumers, they're a pain. They want to see something, they don't want to see something, they want to go here, they want to go there. You know, let Blue Nile, let James Allen, they need to do their thing. And they're not making money, these guys, really. They're spending a lot of money. But I think that if we want to make money manufacturing jewelry, we should be selling it to people who deal with the consumer. Having said that, our best shot at getting to consumers is instant inventory. In other words, let's just say you put a piece of jewelry on Rapnet, and let's say when you put it in Rapnet, 1,000 people see it a week. Now you get 600 jewelers to have that piece of jewelry on their websites, and each one of those jewelers has 100 customers that come to their website every couple of days. You just now increase the eyeballs by 60,000, 120,000 each eyeball. 60,000 more people are going to see your jewelry. And the jeweler is going to want to sell it and going to give service to the customer and deal with all the things about the customer. So when you build connections with retail jewelers all the way from the SEEPZ and you use Rapnet, and then we'll find ways to do fulfillment services for you if you're stuck. But a lot of you guys have that anyways. Then you push to the jeweler who pushes to the consumer. What you're doing is you're going to empower the jeweler to show your product to the consumer. And once it's sold, man, bang, it's done. So a consumer would then see your piece on the jeweler's website. So we're not cutting out the jeweler. We're not trying to kill everybody. And it's not because I think that there's an added value that the jewelers bring to the table when they deal with all the craziness of these consumers. So we're working to go to B2B to C, if you think about it. Now, it doesn't mean eventually we own diamonds.com. We have a number of websites that we could use, but right now, B2B, my friends, and get them to sell the consumer and help them. Do all members have access to all jewelry, even from their competitors? Yes, although we are working now to create groups where you can limit who's going to see your jewelry. I don't know, that should be out by the end of the year. But Rapnet's a marketplace. It's like a show, you know. So yeah, your competitors are going to see your jewelry, although eventually we would be able to. Would we be able to have a company page and build our store through the website? The answer is yes, and it depends who you're selling. If you want to sell consumers, we can talk to you about creating a consumer website and then feeding it through Rapnet, you know, using instant inventory. So that's fine. Is there any price offering standards across all Rapnet members? I don't know what that means, but we charge everybody the same price. There is a Rapnet, what is it, a professional supplier, a preferred supplier, I forgot the name that we use, I always forget. And that's at $5,500 a year, and that allows you to list more pieces of jewelry. And those are like, you know, the best guys in the industry. And there will be a lot of marketing opportunities that will allow you to put your stuff on Rapnet and then use Rapaport magazines, trade wires, and all those things, as well as Rapnet itself to market your stuff to the community on Rapnet. Which reels do you have listed, mom and pops or majors and offline majors? I think everybody looks at us. A lot of mom and pops are about 50% of the US sales. But I think all the majors are pretty much looking at us. Now, they're not buying so much. Majors have strange relationships with suppliers, as you guys can sure know, and they're not necessarily the greatest market for Rapnet because they would call you directly and say, I need 3,000 of these, like right now, Chocolate Flip is huge in the market for diamonds. But you've got access to them. They come, they look, they see, and it's a good opportunity for you to make connections with moms and pops as well. But there are a lot of there are a lot of things going on. Why are the charges? If you don't respect us, we're killing ourselves. We're spending upwards of $5 million a year on IT. And frankly, we're in business to make money. So if you don't have the money and you don't want to, that's okay. You're a wonderful person. You're just not a Rapaport customer. We're here to help you sell jewelry, but we're here to make money doing that. So just, that's the name of the game. Now, other people do things for free, and I'm sure they're worth the money that they're charging you. So, you can do that, but we're not free. We're good. We spend money, we make money, and we do things correctly. Who are most of the buyers? Are they big or small jewelers? Mostly medium-sized jewelers. We do have some big clients as well. Don't expect too much initially. You got to build your name and your reputation, and people have to see you. Assuming we are planning to sell direct from SEEPZ and not from the New York offices. If a customer buys a single person, would we be shipping directly to their office? Is there any help which can provide in fulfillment for including? Yes. We are working now on a program called Raptrade, which will consolidate shipments to the United States for our clients. And we would handle the quality control for the client. We would handle the actual shipping of the product to the client. And we would handle the payments to you in India and from the client in the United States, including dealing with all the currencies. So yes, we will help you. Look, the bottom line is we're here to help you. If you can make sales and we can help you, that's what we're going to do. Do you have advertising power to get better? Yes, we're working on that. We right now don't have as much advertising at Rapnet as I would like, but we do have opportunities for you to do digital marketing on Rapnet. We have run of the thing. One of our best deals is run of the whole Rapaport world, where you can do that every month, I think for like $3,000 or $3,200. You can do a combination of print and digital. So yeah, we have the ability to talk to you about advertising. And even we have the ability to find ways to promote your products to segmented groups of jewelers. That's all coming. But the first thing is to get your stuff on Rapnet. Once it's on Rapnet, it becomes very easy to push those products to specific target markets. This is what so this is just a platform to sell jewelry. Inventory stays with us. Also, what is the fee? I said it's going to be 11. If you're a Rapnet member already, you have to be a jewelry company member, not just some member and a father company, whatever. But if you're a Rapnet member already, and I think a lot of you are, it's no additional cost. If you are our goal is to build up Rapnet Jewelry right now and to get, like I said, I'd like to see 100,000 pieces from the SEEPZ on there. That would make me happy. And then if you want to do it again, but you have to be a Rapnet member. And again, we check if you're a Rapnet member, who are you? If a member doesn't pay, we throw them off. If a member doesn't deliver, we throw them off. We have rules about Rapnet. So you should understand that Rapnet provides you with price information. Rapnet provides you with direct access to customers with no commission or anything. And I think maybe most importantly, Rapnet is a community of honest, trustworthy people. So, we're going to enforce the honesty and the integrity of the people as much as we can. We encourage you to communicate on Rapnet so that there aren't these instances where someone sends you an email, send the jewelry to this address or send the money to that place. And we've had this kind of fraud. So we're a secure environment for a community of serious people who want to deal with each other. And I'm very excited about the opportunity to link the SEEPZ manufacturers with the United States market. And I would point out it's not just the United States market, but our initial marketing will be for the US market, especially with the show. And I also want to emphasize, you got a great shot in India because the September issue of Rapport. Right now we have boom, boom, you can get into August still. I mean, like $2,500 for a one-page ad, 5,000 for a good ad, and two-page ad. Not expensive. And you can get your name out there at the show. Thousands of issues of the Rapport magazine will be distributed free at the show. And then you've got the September issue, and the September, it's not just the issue, it's the focus of the month is going to be about India. So that's another opportunity. So we're doing everything we can to, would you have various market reports based on consumer data? Well, not really exactly these market reports. So we know how many people are coming on to Rapnet. We know how many searches and how many things there are. And we would maybe be able at some stage we do sell special reports like $500 a month to some of our larger customers. But I'd have to think about it. Is there a limit to upload design quantity? Yeah, don't know offhand, but there's $1,100 membership, which has a limit. And then there's a $5,500 membership per year. This is with no limit. It's like $500. But you're getting huge value if you can put a lot of stuff on there. And then don't forget, you could send your customers there. Maybe you don't have the best website for searching and finding diamonds, but I told you before, why go to America? And I said, well, Willie Horton said, why do you rob banks? He says, that's where the money is. This is where the jewelry is. This is certainly where it's going to be. So people will go there and look around. And so if they're there and they're looking around, they're going to see you. And especially if you do a little advertising and promotion. So that's the name again. Okay, so Sally Honey asks, got it, but I'm still not clear about the cost. $1,100 a year, that's it, or $5,500 a year if you want to upload there, and you have to be a Rapnet member, right? Absolutely. And that's, I'm ridiculously cheap, but anyways, that's my view. But yes, $1,100 gets you in the door. $5,500 makes you a big shot, and you can load any amount, tremendous amount of jewelry that you want. All right. So this is great. And I'm really happy that I've answered all your questions. We're almost an hour into this, so it wasn't too bad for people. I'm going to let Prashant and Sati maybe say a few words, and I'm going to let them loose on you guys. And Rajiv, I can't thank you enough for this opportunity to talk to these wonderful jewelry manufacturers in India and in the SEEPZ zone. I understand also that the government is promoting exports, and maybe you can even get some money from them to promote exports. So anyways, I'll turn it over to maybe Sati or Prashant just to say goodbye and to remind everybody that we are an Indian company here to serve India and here to do our best to help you guys sell more jewelry. So Sati or Prashant, if you want to just go on for a minute, introduce yourselves and wish everybody a good day.
Hi, everyone. This is Prashant. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Rapaport, and I would like to thank you and extend my gratitude for attending this webinar. And I just wanted to offer the entire help of the Rapaport India team, including Sati and the Rapnet team. We are here to help you. We are here to answer your queries. If you need us, we are just a Zoom call away. If you want us in your office, we can come over to your office and teach you the entire process on how jewelry can be uploaded. But I would recommend and request all of you to take advantage of the jewelry marketplace of Rapnet. I think this is a very good opportunity for you all to increase exports, as Mr. Rapaport has earlier presented. And I think this is also a very good opportunity for you all to make connections and have a lot of exposure for your jewelry, which is already there with you all. So if you all need me, you already have my contact details and you all can reach out to me. We'll be able to help you out, take you through the process. If you have your team members who would need to know how the upload needs to happen, you want us to speak with your IT team, we can do that. But we're here to help you to grow your business and to help you to make more profits. On that note, I would like to also thank Mr. Rajiv Shankar Pandya for organizing this webinar with us. And I would also like to thank Mr. Rapaport to take time out from his very busy schedule to give all the members a wonderful presentation and insights into the US jewelry market. Thank you very much, everyone. And I'll just see around if Sati Nair is around. Maybe she would also want to drop in a word of thanks. Just give me a moment.
Yes, thanks, Prashant. Thanks, Martin. Actually, I would like to express my gratitude and thanks to Mr. Rajiv Shankar Pandya to give this opportunity and for all the people who joined for this wonderful webinar. And we are an Indian company, as Martin rightly said. We are right here. You need us anything, me and Prashant can, and our team can just come in and explain it to us. Explain it to all of you how to upload the jewelry and how to do the entire processing and everything. And as Martin rightly said in the webinar, this is a wonderful opportunity to sell more jewelry to the United States, and not just United States, and to the entire globe, by increasing the number of buyers that can see your jewelry. And especially at this present timing, the digital world is increasing, and this time we need to increase our visibility of the jewelry in the digital platforms. So I really hope that it will, it will help you to increase the visibility of your jewelry in the Rapnet, and we'll be here. You can be reached. Prashant and myself will be available for any help or uploading or anything will be there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Right.
Thanks, everyone.